For seniors, connection isn't just a pleasant bonus, it's a powerful tool for living longer, feeling better, and staying sharper. In fact, research shows that the quality of our social ties can influence our memory, mood, immune system, and even how many years we have ahead of us. And here's the best part. It's not about hosting huge gatherings or knowing dozens of people. Sometimes, just a 10-minute chat, a weekly walk, or a shared hobby can make a measurable difference in your health and happiness. Think about it: every time you laugh with a friend, help someone solve a problem, or simply feel heard, your brain, heart, and body are quietly thanking you. These moments are more than emotional boosts. They're physiological changes that protect your health in ways scientists are still uncovering. In today's video, we're exploring 7 surprising impacts of social connections on seniors. We'll look at how they keep your brain young, boost your immune system, protect against depression, encourage healthy habits, slow physical decline, restore purpose, and even spark creativity you didn't know you had. Each of these is backed by research, and some might just change the way you think about aging. So here's my challenge to you. As you watch, think about your own life or the life of a senior you love. Where does social connections show up? Where might there be gaps? And most importantly, what's one small step you could take this week to strengthen those connections? I'd love to hear your ideas. Drop a comment below, sharing your favorite way to connect, whether it's a hobby, a tradition, or even a simple daily ritual. You never know who you might inspire in the comments section. Let's get started. 1. Boosting cognitive health and memory retention. When seniors participate in regular social interaction, whether it's catching up with a neighbor over the fence, laughing through a friendly game of bridge, or joining a lively discussion at the local community center, they're doing far more than passing the time. They're giving their brain a workout. The brain, much like a muscle, thrives on use. And just as lifting weights builds physical strength, engaging in meaningful conversation strengthens mental agility. A fascinating study from the University of Michigan found that just 10 minutes of social interaction a day can boost memory and executive function. That's the mental toolkit we rely on for planning, decision-making, and problem-solving. Why does this happen? Conversation is a complex task. It requires recalling words, processing information in real time, and formulating thoughtful responses. It's a dance of memory, attention, and creativity. Add in a dash of humor or a surprising story from a friend, and suddenly, new neural pathways are lighting up. Communities with strong social ties often see lower rates of dementia and slower cognitive decline. While genetics can't be changed, lifestyle choices, especially staying socially active, play a powerful role in protecting the brain. One retired teacher once told me that her weekly book club was better than any vitamin. Why? Because reading the book was only half the challenge. Debating its meaning with friends kept her thinking sharper than ever. Incorporate activities that combine mental effort with social fun: board games that require strategy, trivia nights that spark laughter, or storytelling circles where memories are shared and celebrated. These aren't just pleasant pastimes. They're brain-strengthening, memory-preserving exercises that can add both quality and clarity to the golden years. 2. Strengthening the immune system. It might sound surprising, but loneliness can actually make the body more vulnerable to illness. When seniors experience prolonged isolation, their bodies often respond by releasing higher levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. Over time, consistently elevated cortisol can weaken the immune system, making it harder to fight off infections and even slowing recovery from illness. On the other hand, strong, positive social connections work almost like a natural vaccine. They don't just feel good, they trigger measurable changes in the body's defense systems. A landmark study from Carnegie Mellon University found that people who were socially active were less likely to catch a cold, even when directly exposed to a virus in a controlled environment. The science behind this is fascinating. When we spend time with people we care about, whether it's chatting with an old friend, playing cards with neighbors, or hugging a grandchild, our brains release oxytocin, known as the bonding hormone. Oxytocin isn't just about emotional warmth, it has real physical benefits. It lowers blood pressure, reduces stress, and helps regulate the body's inflammatory responses, which are essential for a healthy immune system. For seniors, whose immune systems naturally become less robust with age, this is especially important. Regular social engagement acts like an immune booster you can't buy in a bottle. It's built through human connection. Create consistent social rituals to give the body a predictable dose of connection. This might be a weekly lunch with friends, a daily check-in call with family, or a walking group that meets rain or shine. Even short, friendly interactions like chatting with the barista or greeting a neighbor help maintain that steady rhythm of connection the body recognizes and thrives on. 3. Reducing the risk of depression and anxiety. Emotional health in later life is every bit as critical as physical health, and in many ways, they are deeply connected. Seniors who experience prolonged social isolation face a significantly higher risk of depression. The CDC reports that socially isolated seniors are 50% more likely to develop symptoms of depression compared to those who stay engaged with others. Social connections work like an emotional safety net. Friends and loved ones provide more than just company. They offer perspective, reassurance, and a reminder that we are not alone in our struggles. For many, it's not about finding a perfect solution to life's problems. Simply being heard, understood, and accepted can dramatically lighten the weight of emotional burdens. There's also the magic of laughter. Socializing often sparks moments of genuine humor, funny memory, a playful joke, a shared look when something unexpected happens. Laughter releases endorphins, the body's natural feel-good chemicals, which help lift mood and reduce stress. The benefits don't stop there. Laughter physically relaxes the muscles and can keep the body in a more relaxed state for up to 45 minutes afterward. Consider a senior walking group that meets every morning. Not only do participants benefit from gentle exercise, which itself is a powerful mood booster, but they also share conversations, swap stories, and occasionally double over in laughter at something only that group finds funny. That combination of movement, social connection, and joy becomes a powerful antidepressant without any prescription needed. Combine physical activity with social interaction whenever possible. Walking clubs, dance classes, or chair yoga sessions are excellent examples. These activities don't just strengthen the body, they also nourish emotional health, reduce anxiety, and create a reliable sense of belonging. 4. Encouraging healthy lifestyle habits. When we're connected to others, we tend to take better care of ourselves, not because of pressure, but because of positive accountability. Having a friend waiting for you at the park or a group expecting you at the community kitchen makes it easier to follow through on healthy choices, even on days when motivation runs low. For example, seniors in walking clubs often keep up with the routine because they know their absence will be noticed. That sense of mutual commitment transforms exercise from a solitary chore into a shared ritual. Similarly, those in cooking groups tend to eat more balanced meals, not out of obligation, but because they swap recipes, trade tips, and inspire one another to try wholesome ingredients. Harvard School of Public Health has shown that social circles strongly influence lifestyle behaviors, from diet and exercise to sleep quality. If close friends are active, eat nutritious foods, and value their well-being, seniors are far more likely to mirror those habits. This effect is so powerful that health experts sometimes refer to it as behavioral contagion. Healthy behaviors spreading naturally through social connection. Consider a senior couple who joined a local Monday market morning group. Every week, they meet friends at the farmer's market, shop for seasonal produce, and then share a light lunch together. The outing isn't just about food, it's an enjoyable ritual that promotes nutrition, movement, and community all at once. Build or join small, consistent groups that focus on wellness. This could be a walking team, a gardening club, or themed nights like Soup and Story, where participants bring healthy dishes and share personal tales. These habits stick because they're tied to friendships, laughter, and shared experiences, not just willpower. 5. Slowing physical decline and extending longevity. One of the most striking findings in aging research is just how closely social connection is linked to life expectancy. A massive meta-analysis conducted by Brigham Young University covering 148 studies and more than 300,000 participants found that people with strong, supportive social ties had a 50% higher survival rate compared to those who were socially isolated. To put that in perspective, the impact of social connection on longevity is roughly equivalent to quitting smoking, and far greater than many other lifestyle changes people focus on. Why does it work? Part of the answer lies in stress reduction. Loneliness creates a chronic stress load on the body, increasing inflammation, raising blood pressure, and taxing the heart. By contrast, positive relationships lower stress hormones, stabilize cardiovascular function, and even improve sleep, all key ingredients for living longer and maintaining physical ability. Social connections also encourage physical activity. A friend inviting you for a walk, a neighbor suggesting a game of pickleball, or a group organizing a community cleanup. These invitations keep the body moving in enjoyable, sustainable ways. Regular movement slows muscle loss, preserves balance, and supports joint health. But there's an often overlooked piece: early detection of health issues. When someone sees you regularly, they can notice subtle changes: a slower walking pace, difficulty standing from a chair, a change in speech, or unusual fatigue. A friend's gentle, "You don't seem yourself lately, maybe you should get checked out," can lead to early diagnosis of conditions that might otherwise go unnoticed until they're far more serious. I once heard about a senior man whose bridge club friends noticed his hand tremor before he did. Their encouragement led to a prompt medical visit, which caught the early stages of Parkinson's disease, allowing treatment to start early and slowing its progression. Support and participate in community programs that create consistent, in-person touchpoints. Monthly gatherings are helpful, but weekly or even daily connections amplify the benefits for both health and longevity. Whether it's a regular walking group, shared meals, or morning coffee meetups, these routines weave a safety net of observation, support, and activity that keeps seniors healthier for longer. 6. Increasing sense of purpose and meaning. Retirement often comes with a mix of freedom and loss. The workday routine disappears, and along with it, the roles, responsibilities, and recognition that gave life a clear sense of purpose. Without something meaningful to work toward, many seniors feel adrift, a state that research shows can speed up both mental decline and physical deterioration. Social connections can fill that gap in powerful ways. Being part of a group doesn't just occupy time, it creates identity. A senior who's known as the gardening expert in the neighborhood, the choir leader at church, or the friendly face who greets everyone at the community center gains more than a title; they gain significance. Science backs this up. A study published in Psychosomatic Medicine found that seniors with a strong sense of purpose had a lower risk of stroke and heart attack. Feeling needed encourages people to take better care of themselves, attending medical checkups, eating well, exercising regularly, because their life is tied to commitments that matter. Consider Mary, a retired seamstress who began teaching sewing at her local library. What started as a small weekly class turned into a multi-generational community. Children came in to learn basic stitches, teens brought in torn backpacks to fix, and other seniors joined to share their own techniques. Mary's role wasn't just about teaching a skill. She became a mentor, a confidant, and a source of continuity between generations. Purpose doesn't have to be tied to big projects. It can be found in small, consistent roles. Checking in on a neighbor, reading to grandchildren, helping organize a community potluck. These acts create a sense of responsibility and belonging. Practical takeaway: encourage seniors to join intergenerational programs where they can pass down skills and stories. Teaching gardening, carpentry, or cooking not only preserves practical knowledge, but also fosters a sense of legacy. This exchange benefits everyone. The younger generation gains skills and wisdom, while seniors gain validation that their life experiences still have value and relevance. When purpose is present, the days feel fuller, the body moves more, and the mind stays sharper. In short, meaning keeps people alive in more ways than one. 7. Enhancing creativity and problem-solving skills. Social interaction for seniors isn't just about sharing memories, it's also a spark for new ideas, creative expression, and fresh perspectives. When older adults come together to exchange thoughts, learn hobbies, or work on group projects, they're engaging in activities that challenge the brain in unique ways. creativity requires flexible thinking, the ability to approach a situation from different angles. Collaboration adds another layer, requiring communication, compromise, and innovation. These mental processes help protect cognitive function by keeping neural pathways active and adaptable. Take, for example, a senior art club. Instead of everyone painting the same subject, the group might brainstorm themes for a community mural. One person suggests a nature scene, another proposes incorporating local history, and a third adds a modern twist. This back-and-forth exchange isn't just fun, it forces participants to listen, process, and integrate new ideas. Book clubs can have the same effect. A story may inspire members to write short pieces of their own, sparking imagination and personal reflection. The act of creating something together, even something as small as a shared poem, reinforces problem-solving skills by requiring planning, decision-making, and adaptation. Interestingly, these collaborative efforts also build resilience. When seniors face a challenge together, say, figuring out how to repair a broken community garden fence or working through a particularly tricky puzzle, they develop confidence in their ability to tackle obstacles. This self-assurance often carries over into other aspects of life, making everyday problems feel more manageable. Social creativity also strengthens emotional bonds. There's a unique kind of connection that forms when people work side by side toward a common goal, whether that's knitting blankets for a shelter or organizing a neighborhood performance. The process itself becomes a shared story, deepening relationships while sharpening minds. Combine creative projects with a social mission. A story circle, where seniors co-write a book, could preserve personal histories for future generations. A craft for a cause group might make quilts, hats, or cards to donate to hospitals or charities. These activities are more than hobbies, they are opportunities to think inventively, solve problems collectively, and create tangible results that foster pride and purpose. When creativity and connection meet, the result is a healthier brain, a stronger community, and a richer sense of self. Conclusion. We've just explored 7 powerful ways that social connections shape the lives of seniors, and as we've seen, the impact goes far beyond simply feeling less lonely. Staying connected can keep the mind sharp, strengthen the immune system, protect against depression, encourage healthy habits, slow physical decline, reignite purpose, and even spark creativity and problem-solving skills. The beauty of these benefits is that they're accessible to everyone. You don't need big gatherings or endless energy, just small, consistent moments of connection can make a lasting difference. A phone call, a shared meal, a regular walk, or joining a local group can all add to your health and happiness in ways that even the best medicine can't fully replicate. If you think about it, social connections are like threads in a tapestry. Alone, each thread is delicate, but woven together, they form something strong and beautiful, something that can weather life's challenges. And the more threads you weave, the richer and stronger that tapestry becomes. So, whether you're a senior yourself, a family member, or a caregiver, remember that fostering connection isn't just a kind gesture, it's a vital investment in well-being and longevity. Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. What's one meaningful connection you've experienced recently? Maybe it was a conversation that made you smile, a shared project that brought you closer to someone, or even a new friendship you didn't expect. Share it in the comments below. You never know who your story might inspire to reach out, reconnect, or start something new. And if you found today's video valuable, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe so you don't miss more insights on living well at every stage of life. Soft fade to the video's title screen with gentle background music, because in the end, the quality of our years isn't just measured by time, it's measured by the connections we keep and the lives we touch along the way.